Hi and welcome. If you are joining me today, it's probably because you have a personal brand and you're hoping to partner with companies marketing their products for them on social media. One of the first things that we talk about are media kits. And what these are basically one-page resumes, specifically dedicated to your social media accounts. Hosting the things that brands want to see and basically how they choose whether or not they want to learn more about you and talk to you about partnering with their brand. Being in the industry now for 10 years, I've seen my fair share of prospectus documents, sponsorship documents, and I can honestly say I probably scan through them for 10 seconds, unless something catches my eye, then maybe 20 seconds. And then if something else catches my eye that relates to our brand or more specifically our audience, I'll give it a bit more time or perhaps I'll book a call with you. So I want you to remember when you're building out your media kit that brands are looking to partner with you because they want access to your audience. This is the main reason why they want to work with you. So make sure you're giving them the information that they want about their audience. In the next little bit, I'll walk you through what you can include to really catch a brand's eye, and what will really help with your capabilities of building out a partnership with them. So the first thing I'll talk about is your About Me section. You'll want to just include 3, 4 lines max about yourself, something short and sweet. Maybe when you started your social media account, how you've built it, what type of content you share, and any other details there that might be relevant to them. Don't forget to include your contact information. This is your telephone number, your email address. You wouldn't believe how many times this is missing. So just make sure that you have that there along with your social media handles. So if you're speaking specifically about Instagram for a specific company, make sure that you just have your Instagram handle there, maybe along with any other social media accounts that you think might be relevant to the group. So next we want to talk about your audience. This is probably the most important thing that you're putting onto your media kit. Again, it's the reason why brands are wanting to work with you. It's access to your audience. So they want to know if your audience aligns with theirs. They have a certain target market. They know what that is. So they're looking to your media kit to see what your audience consists of and if it relates to theirs. So the general things that you definitely want to include are: one, your following count, how many people are following you, what percentage of those people are male or female. If it's predominantly female, write that, give them a percentage so they know that they're working with. Age range is also really important to share. So if your following is predominantly 24 to 35, make sure you include that. If it's pretty standard across the board, also include that so that they know. Another thing that you'll also want to include is the location. So if your following is predominantly Canadian, for instance, include that. This is great for Canadian brands. This is also really great for US or international brands who are hoping to start marketing in Canada, to know, because then they can obviously see that your following is predominantly in Canada. And it's a great way for them to kind of get some insight on the audience and whether or not they want to work further at expanding their brands. So those are the generic things that you want to include, or more general things that you want to include. You can dive a little bit deeper by including things like profession. So if your following are all restaurant owners, for instance, then you'll want to include that. That's really great for brands to know. Also, top interests. If you know for a fact that your audience is really into makeup, hair care, skincare, write that so that the brands know what the audience is interested in and how they can further market to them. Another section you'll probably want to include is your content. Showcase your content. I love receiving documents where there are actual screenshots where I can see the photo, the caption, or at least the start of it, and the engagement on that profile. So what I would recommend is switching this up from brand to brand, going through their social media accounts and finding posts of yours that might most relate to what they're sharing. So choose and pick and pull your post based on the brand, screenshot them, include 2 to 4. If you have worked with other brands in the past that might relate to their audience, this is a great time to name drop those brands. So screenshot, put them in directly. If you want to add a short note underneath, almost like a caption, that's nice to see. But pictures are worth a million words. So screenshot those posts that you think are worth sharing and include that. And then when you speak to them later on, you can touch on those a bit more and include a bit more detail. Another great thing that you can include are past successes or your achievements. Again, you're thinking about this as your resume for your social media account. So if you've worked with brands in the past that you think would be really great to include, name drop those, let them know who you've worked with. If you were particularly successful on a specific campaign, for instance, you had a promo code that brought in a certain amount of sales, whether that be dollar amount or number of orders, include that because that's really great to see. Brands want that essentially from working with you. So if you can create some type of section in your media kit that has that listed out very clearly for them, that would be really great to see. Another thing that you can do is ask for testimonials from past brands that you've worked with. So if you worked with a brand and you guys had a great partnership and you had a great working relationship, ask them for a really short testimonial, just talking about you. Social proof is really important. So if they know the brand, even if they don't know the brand and it's just a testament to how you work and how professional you are, it's a really great thing to include in your media kit. The last thing that I want to include that's really worth mentioning is advice for you to scroll through that brand or company's website, scroll through their social media accounts. More often than not, they have specific colors that they're using, they have specific lingo that they're using. You can probably be able to identify what they're working on in terms of which products they're pushing, and also what challenges they might be addressing. By doing this, it gives you insight about the brand. It allows you to relate to the companies that you're seeking. So it's really important to go and look through their brands, see if there's something they're missing that you can add value for, and really try to dig deep on relating to them and positioning yourself as a great partner for them. This is really important, and I think it makes a huge difference on someone who's done their research versus someone who has not done their research. So to level up your media kit, I would highly suggest scrolling through the marketing that's already being produced and is output for the brands you're looking to partner with. Going into your media kit and very simply maybe adjusting your colors, adjusting your lingo in your About You section, maybe include something that would catch their eye there that relates to the messaging that they're already putting out there. Those screenshots that we spoke about, maybe choose those screenshots and posts that you're using that would greatly identify with their brand. And again, you can also identify gaps that they might have. Like, hey, you haven't reached out to this audience. I think that they would be a really great fit for you. It's just a really great way to give you intel on what they're sharing and how you can help and how you can position yourself as the best partner for them. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that this has been insightful and helpful for those people who are building out media kits or maybe editing pre-existing kits. Feel free to comment with any questions that you have. I'll try to reach you through those. Also, please like this video if you feel like it's been helpful, or subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to see more content for new creators, developing influencers, and those with personal brands who are hoping to partner with big and small companies. I have some really great guests that are going to be joining me and that I'll be releasing videos for. It'll be really insightful for you and I think really helpful. So subscribe, get notifications for when those videos come out. I'm also available on Spotify with my podcast, The New Social Podcast, or you can follow us on Instagram at new.social. Thanks, guys, and have a great one.